Yeah.
Yo, hey, 1, 2. Mm, mm.
Back with another one, man. I know what it is.
Let's get it. Health is wealth, bro. Check my weight this morning, bro.
Money gang.
Down 43, bro.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I lost like 7 pounds or something the last couple of days. I'm fasting
What
right
day? I just came off my fast, 100-hour fast. I had it from Monday at 8 o'clock, and then I had my first food at 11:30 today.
now. I'm in it till next Friday. This
How long
time.
you doing the fast?
Well, I started Wednesday.
What you doing, like 10 days?
Yeah. Yep. And next Friday's Good Friday, so.
Yeah. Bro, I got some ham sandwiches in the car. Stop.
Nah, no meat, no dairy, no sugar. So that's basically nothing.
You get some fruit though.
Yeah, I can eat some fruit.
Yeah.
For sure. Smoothies, do all that stuff. Been on my dates, honey. Yeah. But, it's been working. I know if I...
It's mind over matter though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's definitely mind over matter.
Yeah, like I haven't eaten today, but, right after this, I'll probably go pop that smoothie.
Yeah, go
you know
get
what
your
I'm
smoothie.
saying? Get right, then chill out. So...
I should have switched his mic. Turkey.
Yeah, that's wild. But it's been good, man. It's been good. I feel good. I feel lighter already. I feel a difference in my body. Except yesterday, I was exhausted. Fucking exhausted, bro.
What was that, day 2? No, day 1 actually. Day 2. Day 2. I noticed with me when I do my fast, right? So I've been doing a fast like every month. So this is my 3rd fast. So I've been doing a 100-hour fast like the last week of the month. Day 2 and 3 be the hardest because within that fast I'm working out too, right? So I feel like a headache might be trying to come, so I might get a little salt and put a little water, drink that, and go from there. But like definitely between 2 and 3, it's like probably the hardest time. But like, yeah, I mean it was cool, man. Like this is the 3rd time I did it, so yeah. The craziest part of it is, I want to say back in like October, I didn't realize I was that big. I mean, I always been a big dude, but like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, right. So, and like I felt it in the summer. You feel me? Like as a big dude, you gonna feel when you feel crazy hot in the summer. So like, the fall, right. So, you know what I mean? And I'm a big clean dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted, right? But boom, I took, Princeton to a doctor's appointment and I hopped on the scale too. I got off the scale right fast. I seen that number. I said, yo, what the? I'm like, damn, but I had clothes on. So I'm like, give or take 5 pounds, right?
Yeah.
But then like, I want to say, I got back on the scale, like, I want to say like a week before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I ain't like that either. I'm like, yeah, this ain't no different than that weight I seen.
I'm a big dude, but I'm a bigger dude.
Yeah, so like what they said, I want to be big sexy. I don't want to be big sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So one big is good enough.
Yeah, right. So I want to say like consistently since December 1st, I've been taking things more seriously, and as of today, I am down 43 pounds.
43, gang.
43.
Damn, you almost 43 too. That's wild. No, all right, I ain't gonna do that.
Definitely ain't 43. Fuck!
Yeah, that's hilarious. I ain't down that many pounds. I'm probably down like 7, 8 pounds. You know.
So remember we was talking like you was like, yo, why you just don't do this? I'm like, bro, because like for what I need to do basically both. I need to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. So like my gym sessions be like, I be in there like hour and a half, damn near 2 hours sometimes.
Yeah, I don't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
you just need the first part.
Yeah, I need a HIIT workout.
Yeah. Some
pull-ups, dips, push-ups, and I'm out of there.
You out of there. That'll take you less than an hour.
Yeah.
Hour max. So
yeah, because I might do a 30-minute, hit or whatever the case is.
And then you work on some individual parts
type shit,
and then you done. So me, when I literally we'll do like I get the kettlebell work, like saying
Get that calluses going
right.
and all that. Yeah,
So
that's when you know it's real.
right, so I get the kettlebell work, and then I might target my arms or target my chest or target something else. Then that's an hour. Then I go boom, hit the incline on the treadmill for a half an hour, 40 minutes.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I'm not in the mood to run no more. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's not my thing, man. I do need it, but you know.
Nah, I don't blame you.
This is other things. I'll stick to what I do best. Yo, I'm K.
I'm Chaz.
We are Culture Content, baby. You
Health
already
is wealth.
know,
We just
like,
talking.
yeah, health is wealth, man. Get your fat ass in the gym.
I did.
Not you. The rest of y'all, though, you know what I mean? If y'all didn't feel that, then there's something wrong with you. This should be your motivation to hit that gym. Matter of fact, do 20 push-ups right now before we start. You know what I'm saying?
We'll
I
wait.
did mine for the day. Yeah, we'll wait. All right, you had enough time. You had enough time. You better get to it. And then if you didn't finish it right now. That's for a fact. So
Finish your breakfast.
You know what I'm saying? Before you start this new challenge. So on that note, man, it's been crazy the last couple of days. Druski's been in some hot trouble. He ain't in trouble, but he's
he just
always
got people in
doing
uproar by it.
something.
Like, yeah.
He's always, my man is Indian everywhere though. First and foremost,
he be outside for real.
Yeah, like he's outside, and every time you like, I ain't hear from Druski, he got a new YouTube love joint on, or like he at the World Soccer Cup, or he at some. I don't know. He's somewhere on a concert. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, why are you at this concert, bro? Like, and not only are you here, you're on stage. Like,
like you're not just a patron. Like,
yeah. You ain't just come chill and shit. Like, you really orchestrated this to be here with G Herbo or whoever it is, and thought he was gonna give everybody a show. And, we appreciate you, Druski. We not talking ish, but we are. That's how we show love. You feel me? But yeah, your homie be everywhere. So. His he did a skit last on Mike. Yeah, he did Mike Todd and Jamal Bryant, the two pastors. One of them, I don't know which one was which, but one of them was dressing down wearing Dior and everything like that, looking fly. Yeah, pouring syrup all over the Bible and all that. First and foremost, like, that's outrageous.
Blasphemy.
Like, that is super blasphemy. I don't know how people take that man seriously. Like, I mean, to each his own. Like, everybody has their preference on what kind of pastor they have or that they like, but that ain't it, man. And in my realm, he's a false prophet. Like, ain't no way you convince people or on stage pouring syrup on the Bible, then coming dressed down in Christian Dior, driving a Bentley or whatever he drives, a Ferrari, I think it is. And then you telling people to drop off 5-10K at the altar, like, and this is why people be like.
Real skeptical.
Real skeptical, right, about going to church and believing in God and calling the whole house of worship a scam and all that, because you got dudes like him. So, but that was hilarious. You know what I mean? When Druski did the skit, I think it hit home because, like, that's what people battle and fight with every day.
And then people was talking mess about him, but they was saying hit dogs holler. If you feel some type of way about that, it's probably because this is some of the things that you're doing in your church. You got the one dude in the church talking about some lock the doors. We need $200 from everybody.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about? Crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought you were supposed to come as you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I noticed from, like, even in my life and whatnot, one of the most judgmental people is church people. And that's like,
and then those are the ones you got to stay away from too.
You feel me? Because like that, I feel like when you go to church, you come into meet a different crowd of people, get closer with God, and then just do that whole thing. But you got people that kind of judge you from what you do, who you are, how you dress, how you talk, how everything, and it's like, I didn't come here to be judged. If that was the case, I could have just stayed my ass home.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So. When people come to church, they want to come to church with open arms. This is why, like, I respect some churches that let people come as they are. But, obviously, if you're doing some disrespectful stuff or whatever, then you got to be checked. But I love churches that just let you come as you are and they don't force anything upon you. Mm-hmm. Now, they might encourage you to do more, right? And if you feel like that encouragement is too much, then, you do what you see fit. but I don't like churches that really have that judgmental aspect towards it and kind of force you to do things, and it get weird, and then you really kind of forget like, what am I here for then? If I'm gonna be like basically just cashing out every trip.
Yeah, man, it's discouraging for a lot of people. So like, if you can't, for real, if you can't come dressed like this with some sweats and a fitted to church, then if you feel like that makes you uncomfortable, then you might have to just find another church if that's what you into. Nobody should be passing judgment because everybody's on a different walk of life when it comes to like finding God. So just keep that in mind, and then have discernment to know like false prophets and people that's the way they. I mean, granted, you want to be able to be comfortable, but when you come out with a jacket that's Christian Dior all over it, like that's excessive. You know what I mean? Like, and if you have Christian Dior, why do I have to know it's Christian Dior? Like, that's the low key, that's the flex. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to have the name printed all over you for people to know you fly. Like, you just pop out fly, and that's discouraging. So if you can't, like I said, if you can't come like this, come comfortable, and don't feel like that church makes you feel like that, then you should find another church, another pastor, whatever you got to do. But yeah, so Druski and his latest victim is Erica Kirk. In all honesty, I thought it was hilarious. Like, I thought the last one about Jamal Bryan or whoever it was hilarious. So that's just what Druski does. Like, y'all need to like pull y'all panties down, pull y'all skirts down, and just have fun. It's comedy. Like a lot of y'all couldn't survive like in the 90s and 2000s the way y'all be complaining about every single thing. Like it's just, man, y'all couldn't even handle old Dave Chappelle shows or Paul Mooney.
Martin. Or definitely not
like,
Paul Mooney.
Y'all, what? Like,
Richard Pryor. You see
Richard Pryor, any of them, bro. Like, it's just comedy. Like, relax. Is Erica Kirk, Candace been talking about her, the right, the left everybody been talking about, Erica Kirk. So it was like, it was only right that she was almost the next victim for real. Like,
that was crazy.
Like, yeah, shout out,
that white pantsuit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, when he dropped it down, I was like,
yeah, he definitely dropped.
I was like, yo, your man is going crazy now. Like,
and that makeup artist had that joint down to a T.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, is that really Druski?
I was like, yeah.
If he didn't post it, I don't even think it was him. And
I could tell because he got a fat face.
Well, yeah, but like, so like when I first seen it, like somebody, like I seen a clip, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hold up. It's a parody. Let me look at it closely. And I'm like, oh, I look like Druski. And then I went to his page and I seen it. I'm like, all right.
For sure. Yeah, he that was a good one. And then the latest is from what I just heard, Erica Kirk sent him a cease and desist. And I'm just like, that was cool.
She also said, but if it was blackface, it wouldn't be so funny. Here's the thing about that. Like,
but he did the blackface. He just did we just talked about the two people he did the blackface for.
No, so like blackface basically.
Oh, with the makeup? You mean with the makeup, not just making fun of black people?
Like a white person basically putting on black makeup or black paint.
I mean, I'm not gonna say
depicting themselves as black people. But
my sense of comedy is way different from most.
So like, here's the situation with that, right? So I feel like with him, he made fun and made light of a situation because that everybody sees. Blackface is literally derived from racism. Like, let's not forget that. Like, the movie Birth of a Nation, they had white actors with black face on and acting like animals and cannibals, like black people's like that. That's not like that. So that literally derived from something racist. So let's not forget that. You know what I mean? So him doing the skit with her with the makeup and whatnot, you could tell clearly it wasn't a white woman. You understand? And like, he was making fun of the situation and just making mockery of things because he's a comedian. When people put blackface on, they intentions behind it is to be racist.
So what if it's a comedian that does it? Does that mean he's racist too?
I wouldn't say that. I think sometimes it's the intention behind it because comedians do things to make people laugh. Right?
Of course.
But at the same time, like, there is, like, both things could be true. where a comedian could be racist and do the blackface with racist intent. I don't think Druski's skit was to have any type of racist intent towards it. But people took it that way because people be like you said, people so outraged on some of the things that happen these days.
So, but if you saying that you don't think those intentions, his intentions was that when a white comedian does it, will you have the same energy to say that, you know, yeah, he did the blackface?
There's plenty of white comedians that did.
He did it out of comedy.
There's plenty of white comedians that did some dumb black shit, and I thought the shit was hilarious because they didn't add the racial aspect to it. You understand? Yeah, it might have been some negative racial connotations, but it wasn't full out fledged racist. So I done seen plenty of shit where they did it.
I mean, but 9 times out of 10, like we've seen those, like they'll make blackface it, right, and then they'll throw in some stereotypes in there. Like, should people feel offended? Because once the stereotypes start rolling, those are essentially the jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once that happens, then it goes from comedy to discrimination, racist, cancel him real quick, you know. And I mean, here's my thing.
It's not the first time Druski did something depicting a white person.
That too, because he did the cowboy joint or the suburb joint, the hillbilly joint. Yeah, I remember
the NASCAR joint.
Right. So my whole thing is, if you can dish it out, you can receive it, yo. And if you think one was funny, then you should be able to laugh at the next joke. But I don't think, like you said, as long as the intention isn't to be racist, which, I mean, in all honesty, we don't know whether it's a white person or a black person doing it, you know. We don't even know if Druski was true intention.
But you know what's funny? I seen them post a picture that he got basically a white grandfather or something like that. Like, I seen that picture earlier.
Oh, but yes, that's cool. But it's just the point that
I get what you're saying still.
Like, yo, if you can laugh about one thing and say that's okay, you can laugh about the other and not call it racist. Just laugh at it too. But when you start getting sensitive about and emotional about it, like, oh, this person, and they should cancel him, and you don't rock with them, you got to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't be having it both ways. And I think that's what the problem with society is now too. It's just like, instead of just enjoying the comedy for what it is, people just, like I said, just want to be sensitive. Like, I wish we were in like the 90s, bro, when you can say whatever you want and literally whatever you want, and nobody, no creed, no race would be offended. It would just be like, everybody would laugh in unison, and if it was funny, it was funny. If it wasn't, you was getting sandmaned off the stage, like, So it's just, we live in a world of high sensitivity. Everybody got an opinion, and we do too. But we come with logical opinions, like make it make sense. And if you can't laugh at both, then you need to check yourself. Like I said, I laugh at I don't laugh at everything. But if it's funny, it's funny. You know what I mean? I might crack a smirk. I might crack a smile, whatever. I might laugh. It's just it just better be funny if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, here's my thing. If you're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it is funny. Because if I don't laugh, then I'm gonna look at you like,
What you got going on?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't do it. So I think that's just my opinion on it. Like, it's funny, but yeah,
shout out to Druski though.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, man. Like, if they ain't talking about you, you're doing something wrong. So there's that. So
Thanks.
let them talk about you and keep doing it. Keep doing the comedy skits. Don't let now you got to do a blackface. Now you gotta man, do whatever you want, because everything you've been doing is funny and you haven't missed. And you haven't missed yet. Anything that I've seen Druski done is pretty freaking hilarious. So.
Yeah, everything he's been done over lately been definitely fun.
Yeah, shout out to Druski, man. So, what you want to do? Pizza or?
Yeah, let's do the pizza.
All right, so here's the thing. We obviously from the city, from NY, and
Harlem.
We already feel like we got the best pizza. Do you feel like? I mean, that's for me. Do you feel like New York has the best pizza?
I tasted some pretty good pizzas in a couple places.
What places are those?
So I mean, Pittsburgh got some okay pizza.
But all right, so here's the thing. So
Mhm.
the people that are in Pittsburgh, where do they come from? Are they from Pittsburgh?
I mean, I would hope so. I mean, obviously, everybody came from somewhere and then migrated there, right? So,
No, but what
and
I'm saying,
when you talk about like pizza or like food originality, then we'll just give it to the city and not like say somebody from Italy and came there because we could say the same thing for New York.
not because I mean, but most people I feel like are from New York. So the best pizza I had at is Benny Fury's out here, but that dude
Fire.
is from the tri-state area. He's like from
Oh yeah, I
across
get
the
what you're saying.
bridge. You
He's
know what
funny,
I mean?
yeah. He's definitely from Jersey.
So,
We had a conversation with him that one day.
yeah, and just randomly was talking to him, and he told me he was from Jersey, and I was just like, well, shit, that's damn near New York, you know. And he's from like Hoboken or something. I can't remember. It was Hoboken or like South Jersey, whatever it was. It was like right over the bridge, like 30 minutes to the city. So in that instance, like, does Pittsburgh really have the like good pizza, or is just like you said, niggas that migrated or people that migrated out here and was like, yo, I can break this brick down. All right, now I can
Yeah.
break this down, make some money. Now I got a pizza shop.
Well, I'll say it like this. Basically, there's definitely a couple places over here that I had good pizza at. Like, what's the spot? Was it not Miliano's?
I don't care for them.
Not that's not Milano's, not them. What's the other one?
Week
Damn.
2.
The one in Squirrel Hill.
All
Legendary. I don't know why. I can't think of it now. But like, they not bad. But like, when you like comparison to New York, I feel like you always got a good slice of pizza in New York. Everywhere you went, everywhere was a hit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's too
and
many
you kind of knew
places.
what you was getting. Like, you know, I remember when they was like, when we was like in high school, they started coming out with the dollar slices. You knew what those was hitting for. So like, you didn't even put them on no type of level of like, yo, this is some good pizza. You just knew that it was pizza that was cheap.
It was
But
late
if you
night,
wanna,
and you needed a quick bite.
You
Boom,
feel
boom,
me?
boom.
you do
Dollar
that.
slices
But
go
like,
crazy, and you getting 2 of them. I ain't gonna hold you.
yeah,
They mad mid, OD mid,
OD.
like and then but you still gonna bust down 2.
yeah, 2 slices in the soda
Yeah.
under $3. What's up?
Facts.
So you knew what that was. So like, you're not gonna put that on anybody's list of like, yo, this is the best pizza. But like,
But what about compared to Chicago? How about Chicago?
so I had Chicago pizza before, but I'm not a big big proponent on like the deep dish joint.
The deep dish was shaky.
I'm not big on that.
Shaky,
Now I'm not saying that somebody else
That'd be
might
the
be like
claim.
that's
We need
theirs.
somebody from Chicago to give us a comment, like a something. Respond, say something.
Nah, I mean,
Fight back.
yeah.
'Cause-
But no, I mean, but that wasn't my favorite, right? Even with like Detroit deep dish joint,
yeah.
like I had they
Detroit
pizza
has some
before.
good food though. Like
No, the
I-
overall food, yes.
I think I had the best steak I've ever had in my life out there. Facts. I think it was called Sexy Steak or Sexy something. Fire. Spent a little grip in there, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Like,
I had some good pizza in LA before.
I've had pizza in LA too. Wasn't impressed. Like I said, I'm very biased, bro.
No,
I have
just because I said I had good pizza, don't mean it was better.
okay.
Like,
touche.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like, no, so like, I'm definitely biased. I don't know. Me personally, like, and I think you could probably attest to this too. Like, I feel like anything that New York really touches is
platinum.
like, yeah, like they usually go double
Chef's
platinum.
kiss. You know what I'm saying?
There's definitely some trash out there too. Don't get it twisted. But like, it's the trend. It's a lot of trendsetters out there. Like even like the halal, the chicken and rice. Like you see, I've seen a couple of spots over here with that now. I didn't see that before.
Yeah, because all them dudes is from Queens, bro. Facts. The one Shalab place or whatever that they got one downtown Oakland and one on Walmart.
Yeah.
On the West End by Ross Park. That dude is from Jamaica, Queens,
definitely.
bro. Like, and yeah, we might as well do the Secretos. You know what I mean?
Secretos,
Shout out to
facts.
y'all. They from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. We like it literally. The New York connection is so crazy though. Like, you know when somebody's from New York or just visiting New York, especially the ones that go like, oh yeah, no shade to nobody. Like, oh, everybody always got family in Brooklyn. I'm like, everybody always got family in Brooklyn, but I'm an uptown baby, so I don't know. I mean, my father's side of the family's from Brooklyn, but that ain't my
I got family in
territory.
Brooklyn too.
You know what I mean?
Like literally.
That ain't what I do. I'm from uptown. But all I have to say is when New York people link up out of town, it just hits different, yo. Like it's just an automatic, oh, where you from? Da 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 da. And then once they confirm the neighborhood and or block,
Mhm.
you like,
And you know it's valid.
they legit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, once you know it's valid.
Because there's been plenty of times, yo, I never forget this time. I might have said this on the podcast before, but I met this dude. That's when I first moved out here to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I met this dude, and I used to always go on Foot Locker because I worked at Monroeville Mall, and I worked at the Macy's, and I used to always go to Foot Locker, and this one dude was like, yeah, my coworker, you know, he from Harlem. So the one day I went in there, he's like, oh, you right here? I said, oh, what's good, man? What's your name? He told me his name, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, where you from? He said, 135th. I said, 135th for what? He's like, Malcolm. I said, what? He said, 135th and Malcolm. I said, you mean Lennox? He said, yeah. Sorry, bro, I'm going to holler at you, bro. And I left the store. So that right there told me, you ain't from there. Because I don't know anybody.
Like you don't call Frederick Douglass, you call it 8th.
Yeah, you don't call
Adam Clayton, call it 7th. Like,
Malcolm
is crazy.
But you didn't even say Malcolm X, right? So like you try to abbreviate it real quick to sound cool. I'm like, bro, and like if you ain't from there, you ain't from there. It's all good because you could be a real. You could be a real person wherever you from.
Facts.
But don't we like? I mean, I know like some Pittsburgh people could attest to it too. If you from somewhere and you meet somebody, and they be like, yeah, I'm from Squirrel Hill, I'm from Greenfield. Well, that is part of the city. But if you say like I'm from like not somewhere that's not the city, or like Allegheny County, or you from Coriopolis or something, the Pittsburgh people that's living, they're gonna look at you, bro. You're not from Pittsburgh. That's what they're gonna say. Because I done heard them say that before.
Yeah, I think it's because depending on who you talk to, as far as Pittsburgh goes, like if you be like, oh yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh, not many people know the surrounding cities. So like that's like the biggest staple. Like everybody know the Steelers. Like you be talking to the most random person, and they be like, "Oh yeah, I know the Steelers." Like they've heard of them. They've heard of Pittsburgh at one point or another. So I think that's where the confusion comes in. You're still right though. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing between here and Philly. Not that like nobody.
No big city for real. I mean, you got cities,
guys,
but like ain't nobody. Yeah,
nobody know those counties and whatnot. Maybe Altoona. I mean,
but that's
still not
I mean, you got York, you got State College, you got all them places that's in the middle of the state.
But nobody's like, jacking that.
Yeah. And those are like, I mean, legit, like I was just reading about this the other day. They was saying like Pennsylvania should have been 2 states because there's a big difference between, I mean, you've been to Philly with me, and then we over here. Like there's a big difference between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So two different sides of the world for real.
I low key like Pittsburgh, not low key. I high key like Pittsburgh better than Philly though. I mean, but Philly got some good food.
Philly definitely got some good food.
Cheesesteaks galore. Like
they got this. I've been hearing about this black owned Chinese spot over there now, like the Black Dragon or some joint like that. I heard it was
fire. That's what we need to get into, man. Black people taking over the Chinese food culture. That'll be tough, man. Shout out to the homie Sanji, man. You might Sanji. That's not one of my contractors. He's from Brooklyn. Okay. So yeah, we connected. I just seen him today, and he's obviously Asian, but he's my guy. So yeah, shout out to everybody on that one. I don't know. You want to get sticky?
Yeah, whatever. Let's get to it.
TSA.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. The rhetoric behind that is crazy. So, if people don't know, basically, like, TSA workers is on strike, so they don't have a contract, so therefore, they still have to work, but they're not getting paid. But what's happening right now is ICE agents is basically taking over the TSA jobs while they're not getting paid. And low key, I've been hearing that basically that was a part of Project 2025, that they wanted to kind of move away the TSA workers and kind of make a whole different regime. So I don't know if that's something that's a precursor that's about to happen, but like there's a whole bunch of TSA workers out of work right now.
Well, some people say it's Republican, some people say it's the Democrat. Long story short, the DHS department hasn't been funded to continue paying the TSA workers.
Mm-hmm.
So now the war between the two parties is like Democrats are trying to like cut funding for ICE. They want to change this. They don't want to approve the SAVE Act. And those are the two major things that I've heard of right now. Just defunding ICE and basically counteracting or going against the SAVE Act. And President Trump can't just pay DHS. You know what I mean? I did hear that he made an executive order just to pay them immediately. I
seen that this morning.
So I mean, like that's something that's gonna go through. I mean, eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that. I mean, it depends on which side of the aisle you standing on, right? Like everybody has their own opinion and their own justification of whose fault it is or whatnot. So, all I'm gonna say is like if the country agrees with the SAVE Act, why are you going against it? That's my first question. The second question is if ICE has already been funded by the big beautiful bill, and that's already been passed, why are you still now fighting to defund them? You know what I mean? Like it just seems all counteractive, and like what's wrong with United States or America having like stricter voting like qualifications, right? Like, and how hard is it to prove that you're a citizen or not? And if you don't have important documents like a birth certificate or your social or like a passport, all I gotta say is grow the up for real. Like you're adults. Like I don't know if y'all remember, like your mom and your grandmother had that little box or suitcase under the bed or at the top of the closet in a corner somewhere. You know what I'm talking about, right? And they be like, I don't know where that is. Check that box in the bottom of the closet and move the coats over and all that. Like, or check the box. Like that's what our parents did. And if you're an adult now, that's like it's your responsibility to make sure you have essential things such as a birth certificate and a social at minimum. Like, and you should have the original copy. Like, and if it's dusty, go get a new copy. Like, it literally costs you $10. Most people smoke $10 in a week. You know what I mean? So, or you drink $10 in a week, or you use gas $10. Like, so the fight and the argument about the SAVE Act, like I'm just like I'm for the SAVE Act. Like, I like knowing that only citizens can vote. But like I said, it just depends on what the aisle you stand for. I'm not gonna speak on ICE too tough because a lot of people feel like ICE is doing a good job. Other people don't feel like they're doing a good job. And then my whole thing is just like you don't gotta agree with it, but you should agree with we still need law and order, right? We still need to live in a society that has law and order. Because if we don't, then
chaos
ensues, right? So just balancing out the two, giving you both.
I look at it like this. I feel like TSA workers, I know a few TSA workers, they have a lot on their plate and they deal with a whole bunch. And they are usually the first line of defense when it comes to whatever happens in the airport. So, like, I feel like they just need to be paid.
You know that should be automatic.
Like, and I feel like those are like, I feel like a lot of essential workers should be they just need to be paid. I feel like if you do a job, you just need to be paid regardless. You know what I mean? Let's not, don't play them games. You know what I'm saying?
Politicians can sit at home, jerk off, beat they meat, whatever they do, and BS and spend tax dollars while not going to work, and y'all not doing nothing, not even passing bills to get other people who actually work and move society forward, then they should get paid automatically. Why do politicians continue to get paid for a government shutdown? Why are politicians like on an ever-ending term? Like if the president has term limits and certain seats or certain positions in government everybody should have a term limit. That's it.
A lot
need new faces
of
in
those
there.
politicians, bro. I was looking at the list. Like a lot of niggas is like 80 something, bro.
Yeah, Biden been in there since since I was
Since he was
born.
calling black people monkeys on C-SPAN.
You know what I mean? Maxine Waters. I mean, she's a hit and a miss for me, but like she's been in it since the same age. You know what I mean? Like
All our life, for real.
all
Probably.
our life, bro. Like, and so when
a lot of no bullshit. A lot of the politicians that's in there been in there since the 90s. Straight.
And that's the problem. Like, we need new skin, we need new ideas, new flavor in there. Like, I hate the idea, like, this is maybe conspiracy for some, but it's official for me. But it's just like everybody in government as it stands, the way it is because everybody is married to each other, or that's somebody's cousin, or that's somebody's uncle.
Nepotism.
And then they married into this family, so now they got this whole group of other family coming in. Like, we need to cut all that up, chop that up, get some new blood in there for real, and shake things up. Because essentially, my idea is whoever's been in the government the longest is the reason why we're facing the issues we're facing now. Like you've been in government long enough to make a change, and no changes, or to present change, or keep things consistent, or keep the messaging consistent, and then it may change too. But nonetheless, man, like anybody who's been in government over 10 years, literally over 10 years, you're part of the problem now. I don't care, right, left, whatever. You are part of the problem because things aren't better. I mean, when's the last time you seen a new? And this is local. This is more local, but like, when's the last time you've seen a new garbage truck, bro? A new, I don't know. Like,
you think that's by design?
Oh yeah, because they don't care. They don't care in investing in things that actually matter or that will actually improve. They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you for the street cleaning if you don't move your car, but we just circling the dirt around and spraying dirty water on the ground.
Shouts out to New York for that.
But if you don't move your car, $75. Like, yeah, bro, just for you because you didn't get to move dirt from one side to the middle of the street.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. I could go on about that, but yeah, man. If you know your papers ain't right, man, stay out the airport. Just
don't come to the airport with the rat sheet either.
Don't come with come on. Unless you got your paperwork right. You know what I'm saying? If your paperwork ain't right, stay out them airports, y'all. Are you kidding me? Like, I just don't get it. And y'all already don't like ICE, so even more of a reason why they just need to fund TSA to get them out of there, and then y'all could, I don't know what y'all be doing, but y'all can continue business as usual. Yeah, business as usual. Yeah, like, I ain't gonna say too much more about that, but yeah, man, if you stay out them hot places, them hot zones. It's like a GTA map, you know what I mean? When they get that red zone or that Uber, stay away from that. Stay away from the red zones, man.
Make fast and hurry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like the rising cost of things and having multiple streams of income. Obviously, this whole podcast is predicated on finding who you are and learning from the people that surround you to make a better living for you, yourself, your community, your family. So, we have interviewed a lot of business owners to tell us their way of doing things and how they was able to, bring their business to fruition and how they able to help a lot of people in the area. So, like, with inflation and everything and the rising costs of, like, gas and groceries and just goods and services and whatnot, like, how important is it to have, like, multiple streams of income?
Man, even if all those things was low, you still needed another stream of income. How are people surviving off of one stream of income? Like, there's just no way with today's time. Like, you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay hungry. But real estate, ATM, property manager, videography, and then I'm always doing randomness. You know what I'm saying? So I just never know. But it's just, if you're not capitalizing off of multiple avenues, man, I just feel like you're behind the game. And I just feel like you're just a worker for real. You're just gonna always be a worker. And that's okay, because the world needs workers that'll just move the things along. Like, you're not creating, you're just copy pasting. Like the world still goes. That may not be everybody's motive, but if you're really trying to make moves and trying to do something with yourself, you gotta have the multiple streams, and at least them bringing you some type of money consistently. Like, and that's obviously not including your main job. Like, and your main job. Here's a nice little hack. Like, you want to save money, so you take your check, create the LLC, something that makes sense for you. Start putting your money directly into the LLC. Start paying for things out of your ALC for your business, right? Your travel, your business travels, your business meetings. If you got a real estate company, buy your supplies through your company, then you get the rewards, and then you get the write-offs for the purchasing supplies, and then you get to pay yourself back. You know what I'm saying? Like, owner's investment, and then boom, owner's return type of thing. So you got to do it, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Got to get it.
Nah, yeah. I think it's important. Like, you kind of figure out whatever your niche is, right? Because a lot of times people do things, they see other people doing it and feel like they could do it too, which is fine at times, but then, like, it's not a passion for you, so, that really kind of just dies down. So do the things that's passionate to you so you can make some money. Whatever you feel like you could do for free for the rest of your life, that's your passion, so just handle
Facts.
that. You know what I mean? Like, I love teaching. Like, I love teaching. So, like, I'm finding different avenues through teaching on how to make more money. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they just, whatever your niche is or whatever you're good at, just do that,
Exploit it.
yeah, as best as you can. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think way everything's going, and like you said, if it wasn't going the way it is now, I think it's still important to have multiple streams of income, because we all want a lifestyle to live. We all want to do certain things, and we want to take our kids on vacation, take your girl on vacation, take your family on vacation. Eat at the good places, and not really have to worry about, damn, I gotta take money from rent so I can do this, or what they said, rob
crazy.
Peter to pay Paul, or stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's easy, right? Because it's not easy to create some viable streams of income. Is not an easy task, but it's rewarding once you get the system down pat and you kind of figure out what works best for you. That's what you got to do, man. It's a lot of ways to make money over here ethically, because, like, people do some unethical stuff too. But we ain't gonna really talk about that because, that's what they do, and that is what it is. But for the ones that are doing it right, there's a lot of ways you can do it. So, we just want to encourage people to handle it as best as they can, and, keep the needle moving forward, however you're gonna do it.
And if your business isn't making any money, is it really a business? Keep that in mind. All right, but for all the creators out there, keep creating, keep hustling, keep building that business. Getting more clients, whatever it is, making more product. Keep doing it, and this is that motivation right there. You feel me? Thug 101.
Chisel.
So speaking of, like, multiple streams of income, we're just gonna segue into housing a little bit. In Pittsburgh, there's been this big thing about companies charging an excess amount for application fees, just to apply for housing with them, whether they're good buildings, bad buildings. So I guess my first question is, what's a reasonable amount to charge for a application if you're going in?
So I haven't done one of those in some time, but I would say a reasonable amount, in my opinion, for just an application would be about $50. I think $50
agree.
is a. I mean, it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive, but I feel like $50. I feel like that's a fair amount that somebody can be like, all right, cool. $50 can probably get me this crib.
Refundable or non-refundable?
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, for the consumer, refundable will always be perfect, right?
Yeah.
But what we've been seeing is a lot of people are taking those application money and using it as another stream of income. So,
Right.
but
Right.
like I was hearing that people been upcharging as much as like $250 for an application. I think that's kind of crazy.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, so
250 for an application is different.
$250 for an application, and then
That's extortion.
I feel like if you doing an application that high, you're not you still gotta pick one tenant,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you got a 3 unit or a 2 unit, you still really gotta pick one or two people. So you're gonna get a lot of people to apply for that, and they not gonna get their money back. So if you get, say, 10 people apply for a 2 unit, even a 1 unit place, just a crib, just a single family crib. You flip, you did the flip and whatnot. You got 10 people do it, and you charge $250. That's $2,500. You made $2,500 strictly off of your application fees. I don't think that's ethical.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, like, being on the other end as a property manager,
Yeah.
like depending on the software and if those companies are actually running the background checks or whatever the case is, that usually those companies or the management software companies do actually charge the management company a fee for those background checks, depending on how extensive they want it, right? So I know there's just like a basic screening on some, and then there's like it's like a light screening and like a hard hit type of situation,
right.
right? Where they could see all your evictions and all that other stuff. You got anything pending? I mean, you could kind of look that stuff up online, but everything is automated, right? They just want to see it quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, all right, is this person approved or not? And then a lot of the times, a lot of the companies, they make you go through the process because, like, for fair housing laws and stuff like that, like, they have to keep it consistent about the way they screen you because they don't want to get hit with a
lawsuit on the back end.
lawsuit. Correct. So on that note, what I'm trying to get to is, like, there are some instances where, like, the management won't cover the fee. Now, I will say, I have not seen anything over $50. Like, like, as far as when I was doing it, like, I never seen like anything over $50 as far as what that management company or what the software company is charging per applicant. And sometimes if they have a certain amount a month that gets waived, or if they, depending on just the agreement arrangement in itself, right? Like, every contract is different. And then especially depending on the company. So I would even say 50, but 75 max. Super, super max. Like, you're clipped after 75. Like, I don't agree with 75. Like I said, 50 is probably like my real limit. But if I'm paying $75 for an application fee, first and foremost, like, that shit better be like top tier luxury status. Like, I want an
And I should be
A-class
approved.
house. Yeah, and I should be approved, bro. If not for this one, the next one. Straight up. I don't want to hear just like, oh yeah, you're not qualified and then there's no waiting list. Nah, buddy. Keep me on that waiting list. Let me know when the next available unit comes around. Like, stop playing with me. And I'm calling back to check in to see what number I'm next. Like, because you ain't call me to follow up. Like, I've been waiting. You know what I mean? And if you did call me, why you didn't leave a message? Like, goofy. But no, but to the point is, like, yeah, a lot of management companies do take advantage of people. And that's unfortunate. What shouldn't happen is, I know most management companies don't, like, if you're on affordable or any type of assistance, they automatically waive those application fees, right? Because they already consider you on a fixed income. But even it's still a hurt piece for the market people, like, paying all that type of bread, and then, like you said, not to hear back, not to get approved, not to be put on a waiting list after, like, that's extortion for real. And especially if you're a big enough company, honestly, like, if you're a multi-million-dollar company, then I don't think you should. But although I used to work for a company that they were a multi-billion-dollar company, and they still charge for the application fee. So, but they charge for it. But again, the credit fee was still more than what they were charging the applicant.
So the highest amount you said you seen was $75.
No, the highest amount I've seen, like the management software, charge the company is like $40-$50. That's just the the software that they use to keep record of everybody. That software charges the company.
Yeah, pay for that cloud.
Exactly, for that X amount, because they'll run a background check, they'll run a screening according to what you want.
Just a third party. Yeah, you just ask them what they want and gonna go from there.
Right, but the company that I was referring to, I'm not gonna mention them. I mean, they're out of business anyway. But they were charging for application fee, but their charges for the credit fee were actually a little bit more than that. So, but they could eat it though. You know what I mean? They I guess they figured collect something. They didn't need to. But
man, tell us in the comments, man, how much you think a typical application should be if you're trying to rent a crib, rent an apartment, whatever case may be.
My real answer is that shit should be free.
Yeah, but like we spoke about last time, like everything that's free, it ain't necessarily good for you too. So
somebody's paying for it.
Yeah, at some point, right?
Yeah, somebody's paying for it. That's
but
a fact.
yeah, no, I think stuff should be more affordable. But as you see in times like this, people get desperate and just figure out different ways to how to make money and capitalize off of people. Which brings us to our next segment. Jay-Z back outside.
Is he? Oh,
he about to have that two-show. He about to have that two-show concert at Yankee Stadium. It's at Yankee Stadium, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yankee Stadium, back-to-back days. Yankee Stadium holds 45,000 people, if I'm not mistaken.
Gosh.
So for 2 days, so if it holds 45,000 people for 2 days, that's 90,000 people. It was over 1 million people in the queue to buy the ticket.
Shit.
Over 1 million people to buy a ticket.
You ain't getting that, and if you do, you paying some bread for
nah,
that.
That's gonna be, and even the nosebleeds is gonna be a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
So, what you think about that? Jay-Z basically come out of retirement to do like, I think he's doing the Reasonable Doubt 30th anniversary and then Blueprint 20th anniversary.
I think the timing is questionable. The timing of it is questionable for sure. We ain't hear from him. The last thing we heard is, he was in Epstein files. And then now here come the psyops. Oh, let me give him a show. Let me give him a show real quick.
Psyop is crazy.
And make him forget. You know what I mean? Like, be like, what happened? Like, what? Yeah, I just think the timing is super ironic. He's been in it for Epstein, then LaRussell, him signing that joint, and then even before that, the Tory Lanez, like. I think like it's just the negative. It's been. I mean, LA. The LaRussell thing wasn't negative per se. I mean, for me it was, but that's not everybody's take. But I guess to clear his name up, that he been on a run and he been in England and Japan, wherever they say he was at. You're like, all right, let me give y'all 2 shows so I can relax, because and then this is the issue like with me and Jay-Z, and it has nothing to do with his music or him personally, right? It's the power that he has over the masses, right? So, and I think in certain situations we've seen this where people give Jay-Z so much power that he can finesse the black culture and community out of anything. Like, when they talked about this in the Epstein files too, how I forgot, it was someplace in Africa where they just like tore down the whole neighborhood, whatever the case is. The people were rioting and whatnot, and it was a similar situation to when the Barclays Center went up, right? There was a whole black community, like downtown. That was strictly black community, black housing, black ownership, or majority black owned businesses, and people who they may not own the building, but a lot of families got displaced, temporarily relocated, etc. And people didn't riot about that. People didn't say that, that wasn't okay, that Jay-Z uprooted 100,000 black people out of that neighborhood, to move in for the new community or for the Barclays to come in and basically do what they do. And in that sense, I don't like Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Because he can swindle the black community because he's Jay-Z. And even if it is a detriment to our community, everybody's still going to rock with him because he's Jay-Z.
Yeah. It's crazy because I'm glad you said that because I remember when we was in high school, I remember when they broke ground on it because they was talking about it and then it stopped for like a year and then they went back on it. And basically they were supposed to create affordable housing down there. That property's still there. It's just vacant. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't not a window, not a steel beam, nothing was ever created. And Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Nets been down there for over 10 years.
Yeah, probably
over 10 years. I mean, at least 10 years. So when you talk about now with like him coming out of basically retirement to do these shows. I mean, that was definitely something you have to do a lot of like background in order to even come out with that, right? But I feel like also he might be trying to pre-launch himself because he owns the Super Bowl thing. He owns the rights to do the next couple of Super Bowl halftime shows. I think he might try to do this halftime show. I think he's
next year? Himself?
I think so.
I mean, that would be dope. I mean, he needs to bring it back.
You know what I mean? So I think like him, it's kind of like pre-launching it to kind of like, all right, let me do these shows in New York. Obviously you do it at the Mecca, and then I'll do the halftime joint because I feel like this will be the 5th year that I think it was like a 5-year deal they did. I think this will be the 5th year if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. So if you do know the information, kindly just let us know. But I think this is the 5th year. Yeah. So yeah, but I ain't got much too good or too bad to say about Jay-Z.
Yeah, I would still go.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I would still watch it. I probably won't go to the Yankee Stadium joint because if it's 1 million people in queue, what's gonna happen is the resale value, right? So like people might buy the tickets just to resale. So if a regular ticket was like $300-400, you paying like $800 now. You know what I mean? Same thing that happened with the sneakers. You know what I mean? So it's just all of that. But shouts out to him for I guess coming back out and doing something, something for people to talk about. But when people come out of retirement, sometimes it makes you wonder about timing. So.
That's my point. You know what I mean? I think the timing is very interesting. So
very, very interesting.
Yeah, shout out to the Hove, man. Shout out to us, man. Give me another one, man. Heat, man. Another episode in the bag. And these joints is gonna keep dropping, y'all.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like,
hope y'all like the background. Get used to it.
I mean, we in here every week until they kick us out this motherfucker. You feel me? Like until they
power of relationships.
Until they come for us. You know what I mean? Until you see that knock on that door, they be like, yo, what happened? Oh, we gotta go?
Right now?
Yeah, right now? All right, give us half hour. We'll be out of here.
He said, not now, right now. Ooh.
Right now.
On that note.
Yo, I'm K.
I'm Chaz.
And we are Culture Content.
Yes, sir.
We'll be wrapping it up, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, like, comment, subscribe. You heard. The
views is running up on YouTube.
Views been going up on YouTube. Wow, behavior. The subscribers been going up too. Like, we appreciate y'all for showing us love. Come on, we gonna keep bringing hot topics. Y'all got somebody y'all think we should interview. Tell them hit our line, culturecontent100@gmail.com. You heard? I know we usually put it all the way at the bottom sometimes, but that's an active email. Use it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hit us up. As long as you got some smarts about you, you got something going on. You're creating specifically, right? Holler at us, man. Let us know what's up. Come break bread. You know what I mean? See what we can do for you, and vice versa. We'll promote you. It's free promotion for real. So why would you not want to come up here and chop it up with us? And we keep it light with the topics. You might not like it all, but watch the full episode. Hopefully you watched it from beginning to end and got to see exactly how those things flow. A lot of it is clickbait. Some of it is just real raw cut on opinions. But we're not here for everybody to like us. And you shouldn't like us if You shouldn't even watch us if that's the only reason different. You think that we're the yes to your no. Or, well, whatever. Y'all know what I meant. Yeah. We not yes men. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point.
I'm a rebel for real.
You know what I mean? Yeah, all day. You know me. I'm a super rebel. He be like, yo, don't say that. I be like, it's too late. I already said it. And I'm not cutting it out the video. So, yeah. On that note, again, yo, we appreciate y'all culture content, man.
Word.
We out of here. Bow.
Holla. One.